Imagine your brain is like a laptop with way too many browser tabs open. Every tab is playing a video. Music is blasting from somewhere, notifications are popping up, and you're just trying to answer one email. That's what ADHD can feel like from the inside. ADHD isn't about being lazy, careless, or not trying hard enough. Medically, it's a neurodevelopmental condition. That means the difference starts early in how the brain develops and organizes attention, impulse control, and activity levels. It shows up as patterns of inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity that are strong enough to interfere with daily life at school, at work, or in relationships. This isn't moral failing, it's a consistent way the brain functions. A quick reality check: everyone gets distracted sometimes, but in ADHD, distraction isn't occasional. It's persistent, shows up across different settings, and often begins in childhood even if diagnosis happens later. Globally, ADHD affects roughly 5 to 10% of children and a smaller but meaningful percentage of adults, millions of people. Let's return to the browser tab metaphor. In a typical brain, a few tabs might be open: the task you're doing now, what you need to do next, and a little background self-talk. Your brain's manager can mute some tabs, close others, and bring the important one forward. In ADHD, it's like new tabs open automatically, important tabs randomly slide to the back, and a tiny fun tab, check your phone, jumps into the middle of the screen. It's not that there's no attention, it's that attention is pulled and scattered instead of being calmly directed on demand. One big reason for this is executive function, the brain's management system. Executive functions help you start tasks, stay on track, organize steps, hold things in working memory, and stop yourself from reacting impulsively. In ADHD, these executive functions are often weaker or inconsistent. Instead of one strong manager calmly controlling the tabs, it feels like the manager keeps getting up, forgetting what they were doing, and reacting to whatever flashes brightest. That creates day-to-day struggles that feel like effortful, constant monitoring. What do brain studies show in plain terms? Imaging doesn't reveal damage, but consistent differences in how certain areas work and communicate. The prefrontal cortex, the area behind your forehead that helps with planning, focusing, and self-control, tends to develop and activate differently in ADHD. Structures involved in motivation and movement, like parts of the basal ganglia and the striatum, also show differences. Some studies find slightly smaller volumes or delayed maturation in these frontostriatal circuits and altered activation during tasks that require waiting, focusing, or stopping a response. These networks should help you keep one tab on top. In ADHD, they're functioning, but not as reliably. Dopamine plays a big role in motivation and interest. It's not accurate to say ADHD is simply low dopamine, but many studies suggest altered dopamine signaling in reward and attention circuits. Practically, this can feel like an interest-based nervous system rather than an importance-based one. If something is interesting, emotionally charged, or offers immediate reward, the brain can lock in, sometimes into hyperfocus. If a task is boring or slow to reward, it's incredibly hard to keep that tab open, no matter how important it looks on paper. From the outside, this can look like choosing fun over responsibility. From the inside, it's the brain not allocating enough power to certain tabs without strong stimulation. Modern research looks at networks, not just single regions. 3 are especially relevant: the default mode network, active when the mind wanders; the central executive network, active when focusing on a task; and the salience network, which notices important events and helps switch between modes. In ADHD, the timing and coordination among these networks can be noisier and less stable. It's like wandering tabs keep popping up while you're trying to work, and the salience switch doesn't consistently flip you into focus mode. That means ADHD isn't simply can't focus. It's difficulty regulating attention, shifting when needed, staying when needed, and ignoring irrelevant inputs. So someone might struggle to start homework yet spend hours intensely on a hobby. Same brain, different tabs. In daily life, a too many tabs brain might look like starting to clean a room, then answering messages, rearranging a shelf, and scrolling a phone, opening a laptop to do one thing and ending up deep in unrelated websites, constantly misplacing keys, blurting something before thinking it through and later feeling regret. None of this means someone doesn't care. It means attention, working memory, and impulse control are less automatic and more effortful. There are strengths too. Many people with ADHD display high creativity, fast associative thinking, strong intuition, big picture vision, and intense energy when engaged. A brain with many tabs open can make unexpected connections others miss. The challenge is organizing those tabs so they become an advantage rather than constant overload. Treatment and support are not one size fits all. Options include education, routines, and environment changes, skills training, therapy, and, when appropriate and prescribed, medication. The aim isn't to erase personality, but to help attention, impulse control, and planning stop being a daily battle. If you recognize yourself here, it doesn't automatically mean you have ADHD. It might mean your brain works differently than the one tab at a time model the world expects. A proper diagnosis and treatment plan come from a qualified professional. ADHD isn't a broken brain, it's a brain with a lot of tabs open. With the right supports, those tabs can become a powerful creative advantage instead of constant overload.